Diane Cooper with Weather Integrations. In this video, we're going to discuss the late August and into September 2017 weather outlooks. This video was recorded on August 18th of 2017. I also want to highlight, if you are a Growcaster client, we did an expanded briefing for you that was sent in an email. So make sure you check your email to get the link for that expanded briefing. So looking at precipitation for the latter part of August, and we have kind of two bowling balls. We've got the Pacific Northwest that's looking at drier conditions, as well as the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. That's surrounded by this blue area of normal precipitation. And then we have above normal precipitation that we're looking at for these southern plain states along the Gulf Coast and into Florida. For temperatures, we have got the heat continuing out west. But if you look at the east, that is great news for the end of August. You know, we're in still the hot part of the year, and below normal temperatures is welcome. And we even have a stronger signal of below normal as we look at parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and into northern West Virginia. And what we've got happening is our pattern is shifting right now. We've got the west coast, the ridge is out on the west coast. That's going to actually start to shift further into the central U.S., so we're going to see a transitioning in these temperatures, but we also are going to start to flatten out. So that'll be some dynamics going on as we start to go into the later part of next weekend and the following week. So looking at the full month of September from a precipitation standpoint, we've got a lot of green on this map, so that's pretty good that we're going to see above normal precipitation with an even stronger signal of above normal precipitation across the Ohio Valley. When you go into the northern plains and out to the west, however, equal chances. So we're not really seeing a good signal of above, below, or normal. The good news with this is that we're not seeing below normal precipitation, and that plays into when we talk about the drought in a few minutes. I do want to highlight, though, that individual thunderstorms are not going to be well accounted for in these types of broad outlooks. So you're going to get isolated heavy rainfall from those thunderstorms. Also, tropical activity is not really accounted for in these outlooks. Tropical activity, we have a decent handle of it, maybe a week out. And so that's why you really can't forecast out tropical activity for specific locations a month in advance. So that's not going to be accounted for. And I want to bring that out because we also have equal chances across Florida. And if we get a tropical system across Florida, then that equal chances is out the window. They'll be above normal. So just something to keep in mind. We are getting into the peak of hurricane season as we go into the first part of September. So again, something to keep in mind. So as we look at temperatures for September, we've got that heat still in the west with it centered across Idaho for the stronger signals of being above normal. We also have some heat across the northeast and across parts of Florida with it just kind of skimming along the east coast and across the Gulf Coast states. And then we have this dome of equal chances and a little area below normal temperature signals across the central and parts of the southern plains. So that is something to keep in mind as we are going to see kind of a range of temperatures throughout the month of September. As I mentioned earlier, here's the drought situation view, and we are getting worse as we get into the northwest. Concern still really continues across Montana and into the Dakotas. When you look at the change maps, we have seen some improvements in South Dakota. We've had some really decent rainfall out there, so that's very much helped the drought situation. But we still have extreme to exceptional drought across North Dakota and into Montana. So that is definitely a concern. And if you look at the change maps, we've got some yellows and even some lighter oranges, which means we've changed class categories in the past month in the drought situation, so that is not good news. On the positive side, we've seen some improvement in the drought in the plain states, so you can see some nice greens in that area, and that shows several categories of improvement. And honestly, we've almost eliminated even the abnormally dry. We've seen some really good rainfall since the first part of August in parts of Texas and Oklahoma and even into Kansas. So as we end out, just a little bit about who we are at Weather Integrations, and we're providing critical weather forecasts and notifications that are tailored to your specific business operations. With our weather action alerts, we're always going to include recommendations of how you, as one of our clients, can alter your operations. We're helping you start to leverage the weather. And most people look at the weather as a risk, but we like to think of the weather as an opportunity as well. Because if you're able to perform certain operations and tasks in more optimal weather conditions, you are going to improve your overall profits. Our Growcaster product is especially tailored for those in agriculture. If you have not tried out Growcaster before, just go to WxIntegrations.com and scroll down for Growcaster, and you can start your 14-day free trial. We have made some recent modifications to our registration pages with your feedback, and you said you didn't want to have to enter your credit card information up front. You wanted to get through the trial before entering that. We listened and we made modifications to our registration pages so you no longer have to provide your credit card. So if that was your limitation before, go to Growcaster and start your free trial today.